Hello there. Welcome to lesson 4, Learning to Love Yourself. In his book, Atomic Habits, James Clear spoke about how we form habits in little and little and little bit, in tiny bits. We don't take on habits once in a day and that becomes part of our lives for the rest of our lives. In fact, the brain doesn't work that way. The brain takes things little by little. For it to stick, it has to come again little by little. Have you had an experience that just comes in and maybe it's a movie you watched or somebody spoke to you? Just had the experience once, it just happened and that's it. Over time, or you went for a class, a course, a session, it just happened once. Over time, it becomes faint. You're trying to remember the details, you're not getting them. But then when this comes in day at a time, hour at a time, you gradually begin to build what is called the atomic habit. It sinks in, it settles in, it stays in there, and then becomes a part of you in the long run. Now, let me share this with you. It's very important that while you're trying to form the atomic habit of self-love, your mind will resist it. Your body will refuse it. Your brain will get confused because it hasn't been what you've been used to all the while. That's okay. In fact, at the point when you begin to, realize some sort of resistance, that means you're getting it right. At the point we are discovering that the settled, still water seems to be having some bubbles around it, you're getting something right. It means there seems to be a displacement of the already settled water of the unwanted habit of lack of self-love or sufficient self-love. So that's what the Atomic Habits by James Clear is really about. How you begin to build that habit of self-love gradually. And of course, it stems from the assignment you were given the last lesson. But then something else you now need to add up to that, which is what I just want to talk to you briefly in this session, is gratitude. You see, many people misunderstand what gratitude is about, and they think what gratitude means is when you're thankful for what you're expecting, when you're trying to attract something to yourself, so you're appreciating the universe, you're thanking God for that thing that is coming. Not exactly. In fact, if that's the case, sometimes you will be in an elevated state, and sometimes you'll be in a disappointed state. But what gratitude is about really is being appreciative, thankful for what you already have. I don't need somebody to assure me that I'm a man. I don't need somebody to assure me that I look good using glasses. I don't need somebody to tell me how good looking I am with my skin that I'm black, etc., etc., etc. What I'm saying is, what you already have, you're not expecting, it's there already. And that's what gratitude is about. Now, while you're trying to think about what you're genuinely grateful for, you might be wondering, what is it that I'm grateful for? Is it just this? Is it just that? Have this in your mind, that your floor, literally, your floor is somebody else's ceiling. I'll say that again and I'll explain. Your floor is somebody else's ceiling. By that I mean, what you take for granted, you do not appreciate them so much until those things get compromised. So what you are, what you have, what you are, you wake in the morning, you can stretch your body, you can get up, you can take care of yourself, you can do your personal hygiene, go to the hospital. There are some people that are younger than you are, that are wealthier than you, more educated than you are. They seem to have more privileges than you do have, and they are bedridden. They are held bound by one sickness or ailment or the other. Some of them are in jail because of a mistake, a foolish decision they made, something they did they shouldn't have done. In fact, I was watching in the news the other day about a man who came to seek asylum in the UK, was walking down the street and he saw a 14-year-old and he attempted to kiss her. He didn't kiss her, but he attempted to, and he was arrested and then taken to court. I'm not justifying that. That is wrong in every sense of it. But the point I'm making is, while I was listening to that thing, and then I asked myself, is that the only man who has attempted doing that in the whole of Great Britain? The answer is no. Is that the only man who did that day in the whole of Great Britain? The answer is no. Is that the only man who has ever done that and has been taken to court? The answer is no. In fact, there are those who have done worse. And maybe they apologize to the person they did it to, the victim, and the matter closed there. Or the victim, being afraid of being chased, she refused to say it and the matter dies there. And the person goes scot-free. Maybe they don't do it again or something like that. But this person did that and now he's in court. And it's likely he might be deported. Look at something that happens to a lot of people, or somebody does the same thing, and look at what is happening to him. So you drive a particular road and you hear an accident happen just minutes after you passed. Something to be grateful for. But then in your bucket list, which is going to come into the the exercise and the assignment that we're going to be having shortly, it is you're looking for 3 areas of your life. The first one, which is your personality, or your personal life rather, is the third one, that is your personality. The first one is your personal life. What are you genuinely grateful for? What do you have now? What do you have now? It might be your health. It might be your job, your business, your family, your friends, network, your children, your pet, even your degree, whatever it is you have. Okay, not your degree at this point. So things you have in your personal life that you're genuinely grateful for. That when people are thinking about a particular area of life, you really don't have any bother about that as far as that area is concerned. You put that in your bucket list of gratitude. The second one is your career. What are you grateful for? Well, so for me, I'll use that as an example, as a template for you. Now, in my personal life, I'm grateful for my family, something I'm genuinely grateful for my wife. I've got a wife who is a wife material. I'll explain that. Many people think men go into marriage for sex and for love. Well, a man can have sex without being emotionally attached to a woman. Just go to the harlot. Just go to the website. Just go to the hotel. You can pick any lady. I'm not saying ladies are cheap, but I'm just saying men have sex any day and every day with those they don't have any emotional attachment to. So men really don't get married for sex. If it is for love, we can find love almost anywhere. It is easier to find love than this third point I want to mention. A woman who can take care of a home, who can take care of the children, who can look after the home. A woman who gives a man a settled life, a breathing space, who can have a clear head. So what a man is looking for is settlement. A point where he can be settled, he can be relaxed. And very few women have that feature. Right? So it's something I'm grateful for. That's the kind of woman I have. She's a core professional, she's a business analyst, but then she's a wife, she's a mother. And then my kids too, I've got 2 lovely children. They're super bright, they're brilliant, they are powerful, they're phenomenal, they just beat me to it, hands down. I'm so grateful and thankful to God for them. This is my personal life. Now, career and business. This is the second aspect. I included business because I'm a business person, but career is the second part. What are you grateful for? You might not just be right there at the peak of your career, but then again, what your floor is somebody else's ceiling, what somebody else is looking forward to. For me, in my career, I'm thankful to God for my team. I've got this formidable team, fantastic, fabulous team, so dedicated at what they do. And then number 3, I'm thankful to God for me as a person, my personality. So I've got this very strong energy that I do not believe there is anything literally I cannot achieve. The only thing I might need is time. I believe I can literally do big, have anything. So these are things, and I feel that not everybody have that kind of energy and have this kind of force and speed at whatever it is I want to do. Sometimes I use the word ruthless, but somebody said, no, that's a very bad way to explain your good intentions. But well, if I may use the word, I'm ruthless. If it's something I want to do, I go all out for it. and get it done and I achieve it. So what is it that you have that you're grateful for? You put that in your bucket list, and that puts you in an elevated state, and that makes you love yourself the more. It puts your eyes towards what you do have and take your eyes away from what you don't have while you're working towards what you don't have to get them. And then we have the exercise and thereafter the assignment. I look forward to seeing you in the next lesson. Be well.